I had an eating disorder and I didn't even know it. At one point, dinner was a piece of broiled tilapia and a cheddar rice cake. And the cheddar was a cheat because normally it would be plain, but on the weekend I got flavored rice cake. And the reason I didn't know was that it was hidden under the veil of being healthy. So I thought because I was eating that I wasn't anorexic. I thought because I wasn't binging and purging that I didn't have bulimia. I thought that I was being healthy by eating super low calorie and working out all the time. But there was a line where it went from healthy to obsession, where it didn't come from just wanting to lose weight and keep it off. It became an obsession where I was petrified of gaining weight back. When I did my first fitness competition that year, I dropped 40 pounds. I stepped on stage as a size 4. I wasn't even a size 4 in high school, y'all. So when I hit this, I'm like, man, I cracked the code. I finally cracked this code. So I was doing anything to keep that weight off. But I didn't know that I was damaging my body. Now, mentally, I was stressed to freak out. All of my brain space involved counting calories and focusing on never missing a workout. And after years of that, my body started to turn on me, and it's like, hey, you're playing us. I don't like this. And I started gaining weight like crazy. There was a point I was working out 2 hours a day and I was gaining weight. There was a point I was eating under 800 calories a day and I was gaining weight. And then ultimately, I did damage to my body. And I had to go through a healing and really work on transitioning away from that obsession because it wasn't working. It wasn't working then. It was unhealthy then, but I had to break out of it. And it didn't dawn on me until I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism and I had hormonal imbalances. And the way I had to work on getting out of that was to work on healing. Instead of taking calories away consistently or constantly, I had to work on nourishing my body and feeding my body nutrients. Instead of obsessing about workouts, I need to cut those workouts in half. Like, hey, if it's longer than an hour, you need to get your butt about this gym. And focus on training from a point of health and not from a point of beating up my body because I was terrified of gaining weight. I had to focus on sleep and allowing my body to heal. I had to focus on my mental health because my brain space had been taken up with body obsession for so many years. And I'm telling you, all this started happening around my late 30s where I was forced to deal with this. But now I'm in a space where I don't work out any longer than an hour. I cut my workouts way shorter than they used to be. Now I don't count calories at all. I work on feeding my body nutrients. I ditched all the diet food and all the protein shakes and all the protein bars, and now I focus on eating natural foods. Now I come from a place of I do things for my health out of love for my body instead of trying to beat it down into submission so I could stay lean. And ladies, I've never shared this before, but I wanted to share this with you if you ever felt like that or if you're feeling like that now. When it comes to weight loss, it's the methods that matter. But we want to come from if you're in that space where you feel like you're beating up on your body, and you feel if you have to beat it down, we want to shift to that place of love. Exercise and it's an expression of love for your body. Eating nutrient-dense food is an expression of love for your body. But I wanted to share this for anyone going through this in their journey and just letting them know that there is a time for a shift, there is hope, and there is light at the end of that in your journey. We all go through something, and I want you to know you're not alone.